welcome back to my channel. My name's Abby. If you are new, welcome. Today I am sharing with you how I met my husband. This is a collaboration with Abby from Lovely Things with Abby. If you haven't checked out her video yet, please do so down below. It's linked. And also this is a collaboration with Christiana from Heart and Home. Two wonderful ladies. You definitely want to check out their channels. They each have something very unique to offer, and definitely want to check them out after you watch this. All the links are down below. So, how did we meet? Well, I was a transfer student from a small community college in Central PA, and I just moved to Westchester University, and I didn't know anyone. You can imagine I was pretty eager to make some new friends. So I got invited to my very first party. It was a Halloween party, a costume party that I was hanging out with at the time, that I was just starting to get to know. They were doing a group costume from the game Clue, and they asked me if I wanted to be Mr. Plum. Mr. Plum was not my ideal pick, but for the sake of fitting in and making new friends, I was like, okay, I will do whatever you want me to do. So I dressed up like Mr. Plum, and I will hopefully insert a picture here. That was the night that I was first introduced to, little did I know, my future husband. Plus, he really took no notice of me whatsoever, because I don't even think he knew I was a girl.
No, the first time I ever, I think, saw my wife that I can remember, she was actually wearing men's clothes.
Although we were in the same room that night, I never actually met him. I was told who he was and that lots of people loved him, but I did not actually meet him that night. We actually met in spring of 2009, that following spring after this Halloween party was all over and done with. We happened to have ended up in the same chemistry class, and he sat way down in the front in front of me.
Be down in the front part of the lecture hall in chemistry class.
I was kind of in the back along the side.
I'd turn around and be like, Alicia, look at that girl up there. You see that blonde haired girl? That's my queen up there. That's my girl I'm gonna get someday. Did you ever talk to her? I'd be like, no, not really, not much yet, but that's my queen. I'm gonna get her. She'll be mine someday.
This time in my life, I was super busy. Personal hygiene was not at the top of my list. I was not showering all of the time, squeaking by on those days with a bandana over my head, not wearing makeup and wearing my glasses, and kind of dealing with some really terrible acne issues that I was having at the time. Basically, in a nutshell, I was not at my best. I was looking pretty gross. He didn't care. He'd just come up to me and say hi and just chit chat with me. Little did I know, he was calling me his queen. To lots of people that I didn't know. I had no clue that he felt the way he did about me. So at the end of that semester, we had spent some time together. He would just come to my apartment and be like, hey, can I hang out here for a little bit? There's no one else around to hang out with before I go to work. And I was like, sure, why not? I realized that he was coming to hang out with me because he wanted to hang out with me. I thought I was just sort of like someone to help him kill the time. The one day I said, hey, well, I'm going for a run. And he actually came with me, and we did all kinds of random things. We ran all over the place. There was a nature trail nearby, and it was so fun. Guys, it was my dream come true. It was the friend that you always wanted to have, as a little girl. When I was a little girl, there would always be these little boys who were really adventurous and fun, and I'd have such big crushes on them, and I'd tell myself that I'm gonna marry them someday because they're so fun. They love to play in the cornfields and climb trees, and yeah, just run and climb and jump and play, and I've always wanted something like that. So when Phil came to hang out with me that day, and we went out for a run together, we were running on all these little nature trails, and it was just so much fun. After that really fun time running together, that really sealed the deal for me. So unfortunately, little did I know that after spending such a fun time together and sort of anticipating maybe lots more fun over the summer, he was leaving. Not tell me that he was leaving for the whole entire summer. So I was stuck on campus by myself alone, just holding on to this one little memory that I had with this amazing guy. However, he did ask for my address. I was like over the moon excited, although I didn't show it at all. I like played it really cool. I'm like, yeah, sure, you can have my address, like no problem. But I was so excited. Anyway, we ended up writing letters back and forth, nothing serious. I really enjoyed writing the letters back and forth to him, and it gave me something to look forward to. Again, little did I know how much I meant to him at that time, because he was waiting and waiting and waiting for letters from me, and I had no idea. And I was waiting too, and I remember going to my little mailbox on campus and just being like it was Christmas morning, like it was my birthday. Every time I would get a letter from him. So I was very excited about that. And when he came back that fall, we ended up spending time together and just continuing to get to know each other.
One of my favorite stories of when I knew Abby was legit and why I liked her. We all decide that we're going to go to a local stream and go on a rope swing into the stream. So I text Abby, I'm like, hey, we're going to this rope swing, do you think you can get off? So she says, one, I was surprised that she actually came. She's like, yeah, I'm getting out of work, I'll be right over. Whatever, so I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. But then, so she gets there. I don't think I'd ever seen her in what she wore at work, but she basically wore like a penguin suit. Abby gets there, and she proceeds to, in all these dress clothes, jump into the stream with all of her dress clothes on. And I was like, are you serious, man? This chick's just like jumping in with like her work clothes, going in the water? And sure enough, she did. And I was like, dude, this girl is freaking awesome. I love people like this. So what I like about her especially is that Abby's kind of like a random, I don't know if I'd say eclectic. She's kind of like a random person. She's like kind of has a personality that she's into anything just to have fun. So she can go out to something talking about politics and talk about that. You can take her on a hike where she'll be like running up a mountain and jumping off trees like a monkey, swinging around. One time we went to Princeton University. She proceeded to be climbing. She was climbing the arches in one of the dorms because she's like, hey, I wonder if I could climb that. Actually snuck into one of the, like, I guess they were offices or something like that. And just to screw around, like, I guess they had some sort of brunch that day, so we were kind of like eating bagels and muffins that were there, which I guess is technically stealing. She wrote like, I love Harvard on the blackboard there. So we did a lot of like random stuff together, which I can be kind of like a strange person in some ways. And then Abby kind of like meets me halfway in our strangeness.
One of the other things that I think that really made me like just fall in love with this guy, Phil, my now husband, was what he did was he called me up and asked me if I wanted to go with him to this discussion panel to talk about racism, which I just thought was really interesting. And it was held by the Black Student Union. It's like he would go to the Black Student Union meetings, and I loved that about him. I was saying that he was interested, not only willing, but interested in going to things like that. And I love the fact that he was even interested in taking someone else with him. I admired that a lot. I really, really did. Loved that he liked the outdoors. He was a hard worker. His free spirit. Loved the mystery that he brought about when he would just go places and do things without any seemingly rhyme or reason. The thing that I really fell in love with about Phil also invited me to go work at a breakfast at a church that served the homeless in our community. It was early in the morning. He was there in his flannel shirt and he was singing just like it is like at the crack of dawn, and this guy is singing a song about this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. And I was no words, just melted. Just completely melted. He's serving food to people. I saw him going out into the crowd of people and kind of sitting and mingling with all of the, a lot of them were older men. He was going out and like mingling with all of those guys and talking with them. And that's just something I truly admired about him. So basically all of 2009, we were just getting to know each other. January 2010, he actually came out finally and told me that he liked me and that he was interested in having me be his girlfriend. Although he didn't officially make me his girlfriend until later that summer, like July or August of 2010, because he had this idea in his head that he had to ask me to be his girlfriend at the beach. But everything kept getting in the way and we couldn't get to the beach. Finally asked me to be his girlfriend that summer. Don't think we had our first kiss until New Year's Eve. So it would have been January 1st, 2011, we had our very first kiss. Then he proposed to me on December 11th of 2011, and we got married on May 26th of 2012. So we had a rather short engagement, but we had spent a lot of time getting to know one another before that, and I'm really thankful for that. I am so glad that our relationship worked the way it did, it looked the way it did, it kept it interesting and exciting, because I just never knew what he was thinking all of the time. There's so many things that I could share with you guys about our relationship that I would love to share, but this video just won't allow time for all of that.
So anyway, it's been 6 long years.
I don't do as many random things anymore. It's different than what it did when we first met, for sure, but I'm thankful for Phil in ways that I never really anticipated, especially now being parents together.
Like, I kind of like sum all that up in as like our dating relationship was very like fun and flirty. It was a lot of like random stuff, kind of like random experiences, just a lot of like fun, yeah, randomness. And that was one of my favorite. That's always been like one of my favorite things about Abby is like she matches that part of my. We both have that part of our personality. I think is like probably what in the end like brought us together. So like life's different now. We're gonna have our 3rd kid like in another month. No, not another month. In August. That's a couple of months away. We have 3 kids and stuff. It's a lot of responsibility, working, taking care of things. At the same time, there's like this rich deepness in our relationship that as every day that goes by, we taste of it deeper and deeper and deeper. And when you start out, you have no idea like what you're getting yourself into and like how good it's going to be in the end game.
Thanks so much for coming and visiting with us. I'm glad that we got to share our story with you. Be sure to leave a comment down below and share a little bit about what your story is. I would love to get to know you. And just be encouraged to embrace whatever your story is with your significant other, not just where you started, but where you're at today. So we love you guys. Take care, and we'll see you next time.